On July 2nd of this year, just last week, His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, affirmed the continuation of the institution of the Dalai Lama, meaning the 21st century will welcome a 15th Dalai Lama, and that the 21st century world will bear witness to the continuation of the legacy of the great 14th Dalai Lama, his commitment and his life's work for peace, compassion, toward an equitable and a more sustainable humanity. And I think in today's times, in today's troubled times, it comes as a silver lining, amid the deepening political divides, amid the competing belief systems, and a world torn by war, for that matter, the great 14th Dalai Lama illuminating the path forward with his wisdom, with his compassion, I think is a blessing. And today's event will do exactly that. Today's convening, all of us must understand, is historic in many ways, and very importantly because it is for the first time that an event honoring His Holiness the Dalai Lama is taking place here in the State House, right in the heart of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And I think it comes as a sheer privilege for both the Tibetan Association of Boston and the Regional Tibetan Association of Massachusetts to be putting this event together. And as a Tibetan, I always find myself at a loss for words when trying to articulate what His Holiness means to me and the Tibetan people. Personally, he is my root guru, someone who has always been my moral compass. And for the Tibetan people, everyone in this room, and especially for the 6 million inside Tibet, His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, embodies the sun and the moon, guiding us on the path of integrity and moral clarity. And to the rest of the world, he is a beacon of hope, a force for good, a champion for compassion and wisdom. And today's event, in many ways, will honor the life and legacies of His Holiness, the great 14th Dalai Lama. And what is also very, very important for all of us to understand is that today's convening officially kickstarts the Year of Compassion, which is a global initiative led by the Central Tibetan Administration. And for the 21st century world, His Holiness the Dalai Lama has not just offered a framework or a conceptual framework for compassion, but he has, I think, and all of us will agree, he has institutionalized the concept of framework through his lived experiences, right? Life's work of embodying compassion, both through practice and through his teachings. And I think thanks to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, compassion today is a working model. That's how I look at it. It is a working model for the 21st century and a much needed working model. And His Holiness, of course, is the leader of the Tibetan Buddhism. But I think the world sees him as a secular leader, and so do we. And one of the most powerful quotes of His Holiness, which resonated so strongly across religious traditions, goes, "My religion is simple, it is kindness." And the Year of Compassion, a global initiative of the Central Tibetan Administration, what it allows every Tibetan in the free world to do is practice compassion, practice kindness, and not just leave it as something to preach about. And I think events like this, the support of our allies and the supporters like you and Tibetans, all of us coming together, and we will have events and convenings and acts of service like this throughout the year until July 5, 2026, because it's the Year of Compassion. And I think that's why I want to be so thankful to the Central Tibetan Administration, is because it has offered us a framework for empowerment and a working model that I was talking about earlier. What it does is it brings us closer to His Holiness's vision of the world, which is in his own words. I want to really have all of you listen to this. His Holiness's vision of the world, in his own words, is a world wiser in dealing with humanity's collective challenges and a world more suited to the demands of an interconnected planet. And I think that's the benchmark set for all of us, and all of us have work to do. And Year of Compassion could not have been a better and a more auspicious launch to the fulfillment of that aspiration.